Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm tired. Trying to get caffeinated and motivated. Felt like crap lately. But welcome back to the channel. Last video you saw I put out was the control arm build on the OBS Tahoe. We've got the arms built. We've got everything laid out. We're ready to cut the upper control arm mounts off, relocate the new raised ones because had a little bit more negative camera than what I wanted originally. So raising the upper tabs, eliminated all that, made the travel look better. So that's what we did. We made the tabs. They're actually on the table right now. I got to weld them up and all that good stuff. But we've got them cut, designed, and all that. This video is going to be me cutting all this factory stuff off the Tahoe and getting everything located to where we can get the bags mounted. If I haven't mentioned, we're going to do a French in style bag cup in the top of the frame rail. That way you don't have to remove a cup. It'll all be accessible from the top. Shock pockets into the frame rail to recess those where we narrowed the track with. I'm sorry guys, I'm exhausted. But yeah, this video is just getting all that done and installed. I don't know how much explaining I'll be doing. I'll try to do the best I can, but we are, like always, running a little behind, it seems like. We've been really, really busy, so it happens. We get a bunch of walk-in work. I feel like crap. A bunch of walk-in work, and then, I do contract work for people, so blessed to be busy. I'm not going to complain about it no more. Anyway, we're going to get after it. I'm going to drink this and hopefully let this little 80 milligram of caffeine do its job. It might work after I drink one of these and maybe 2 cups of coffee. But thanks for being back to the channel. If you're new here, just a fab shop doing some cool stuff or trying to. We got a few builds going on right now. I've got another one on its way here. Yeah, let's go out here and get some work done, guys. I hope you enjoy this video. All right, here's the new upper control arm tabs off the table. Got them cleaned up, sprayed some anti-spatter on them. The backing for this set is in here. We clamped it so we can get this welded. We're gonna get these welded up and let them cool off because we still got to build the little stops on the side for stock cam bolts to be able to twist in so you can set your alignment. We'll go ahead and get these welded out. We can set one off to the side and cool while we tinker with the other one. And then from there, we got to go to the truck, start mapping everything out to get those cut off so we can get these 2 put on. And we're just going to get them all tacked up on both sides. And then just make sure the truck airs out, airs up, check everything, be happy with it. And then we're going to burn these in, and that should take care of most of the front end. right now we've got our upper raised tabs moved up or whatever. We got them tacked in. Yesterday evening my phone storage got full again, so I had to go home and tinker with all that and get stuff off of there and free up some space. But we're back. It's Father's Day weekend. We're just trying to stay ahead on some of this stuff. We already got this marked from where now we have to notch for the relief in the frame for the tie rods. We do have a narrow tie rod kit from Infamous Suspension for one of these. That's what we'll be running. But now this is located, we're gonna go ahead and get this cut out. And we've got some of this tube here that we're gonna split and basically just build a pocket in the frame to give that arch a place to set and weld into. And it's not just out here, it goes through the frame rail kind of like an angle. And this piece is long enough to where we can cut it and have this side and that side. So we'll go ahead and get this cut out, cleaned up, ready for this to weld in. And then from there, we're going to set this up here and find center and get this marked out and start working on our upper cuts. All right, now that we've got this welded into place, we've got to add a little filler on the bottom here, but it's in, it's solid. Before we cut this top out, I wanted to get these tabs welded in so I could weld a brace from the top of the tabs, tack it to hold those positions before I cut this out. I got done welding those, they're cooled off, but before we can cut this out, we have to make a template for the lower bag mount, which we made out of cardboard. We set it here. We took our plumb bob, we ran it through the shock tower from where the shock bolts from the factory to find the center point of where this will actually be on the lower bag mount from the center of this shock point, just like a cup would have, how they usually locate the stud through there. We just pulled that through and you can see it marked our measurement here, or not our measurement, but our actual location from where the center of that hole is going to be for our lower bag mount placement. So we know that's going to be center there, and we'll just make a slot so we can tune the bag, because we're going to make slots in the upper cup too that we weld in. That way we can adjust bag placement. But for now, we just want to know this location so we know that this is true. We'll go ahead and take this template over here to the table and start cutting out our 1/4 inch bag plates for the bottom. I always cut them out of some thin scrap that I have laying around before I burn thicker plate. As you can tell, pretty spot on. I'm gonna go test it on the control arm. All right, now we got our lower back plate cut. We've got it in intact where it goes. We just threw the arm back in to help hold the position of the tabs. They're already welded and done, cooled off. Since all this is done now, we're gonna go ahead and cut the top of this off so we can get to the top of the frame so we can cut it out. So we can build an upper weld-in cup out of this same material. We'll use this as a guide. But once we get this cut out, we'll trim it to where this fits snug and we can get our angle set for when we put our lower, we bolt our bag to our lower plate and get our angles right so we can set this angle, and then we'll get the upper cup tacked in. And once that's done, it'll be ready to weld in the upper cup, weld in the lower bag plate, and then we'll move on to shocks, and that should button up this side once we brace inside this pocket and everything when we get it welded. But we'll go ahead and start cutting all this out now and getting it cleared out so we can build the upper cups. All right, we got our bag cup trimmed, ready to set in there to weld. See that little hole in the back there? That's the water, is where the bag cup kind of sits in the frame like this. The water will leak out. So yeah, it's ready to weld in. Looks just as surprised as I am. All right, guys, it's the next morning. We've got our bag cup trimmed to fit where we're happy with it. We still have to build a plate for the back side of this tower to box that in once we weld the cup solid. We are going to box the cup in front and back, like underside and top. I don't want to leave anything open because you want to put some structure back in all of this that you took out. We're going to finish welding out and cleaning up the notch for the tie rods and all of that stuff. We got to weld the back plate on solid, like everything's just tacked. But we had to get in this morning to take our Infamous steering kit, the narrow steering kit we get from Infamous. We used it with the arms that we built. So I don't have a lathe or nothing to make stuff like that. So that stuff is just something I ordered through Keith. Their stuff's always super nice. So we've got it on. We reamed out the spindle to 5/8, so all that'll bolt up. We're going to shove the bolt through there and tighten it up. Give it one last check to make sure everything's happy. And yeah, from there, make all our filler plates and get this side welded out. And the only thing this side will need from there is shocks. But we're going to get this welded out. We'll leave shocks to last because I just want to get this side completely welded and done so we can jump over to the driver's side. Since now we know all the parts, control arms, and the whole nine that we've made works. So we'll go over there. We already got it stripped apart. We just got to cut the tabs and do everything we did over here. Get that side looking like this side. There it is, guys. Cup's welded in. We started metal finishing everything. We got everything smooth where we boxed in completely around the bag. This whole section of frame is one boxed in piece, so nothing's left open. It's all been steel plated upper and lower, the weld-in cup, whole 9 yards. We still got to do some grinding up here around the top, smooth it out a little bit. We got our raised upper tabs in. We got our tie rod notch done. Everything's boxed and smooth. Cleaned up the arm. Bag placement looks good. So now we got to do our shock recess in the frame so we can get our shocks mounted. Luckily, the same shocks that's on the front of the GMC work within this range on the suspension travel too. So we're going to take one of them off, mock it up so we can get the mounts made. So that way, time he orders those shocks and they get here, we can just throw them on. All right, guys. So yesterday evening, I think I left off where I was building the shock pocket. Uh, Jacob showed up. Well, we started tuning on the GMC build. It's running. Everything works now. Of course, we got to do some drive cycles or whatever to finalize the tune and everything on it. But we got it running. It's good. I just wasn't filming because we was messing around with it. But we're back this morning. We're making the lower shock mount now to weld onto the lower arm. The shock pocket itself is welded into the frame. And then once we get it in, we're going to design the tower that welds to the top of the frame for the shock stud to come through to bolt to. So get over here to the table. We're going to burn out a plate so we can weld a nut to the plate. And then we can take that plate and set it on this tube and then TIG weld it, and blend it all into one piece, and then we can get it welded to the control arm. It's like you're in here with me. I feel loved. I'm probably screaming where the mic's so close, but I figured I'd bring you along for the ride. We're going to get these shock mounts welded up so we can get them over there on the truck. Get them put on the lower control arm. Do I sound like Darth Vader? You know, I've never watched a single Star Wars movie. If I was to start watching them, which one are you supposed to start watching? I have no clue. Look what we got in today. Nice, nice. Show them the back, show them the back. See? All you guys that asked for merch and stuff like that, we got it. If you want one, get a hold of me. They're like 24 bucks shipped to the lower 48. Comes in white and black. That's the first design with the hard body on the back. But yeah, Little Missus helped me in the shop today. We got to ship some of these out, and then some people are coming to pick those up. But if you want one, just get at me, and I'll get you one. Just in case you guys were wondering what's going on in the rear of this thing. Pro billets, 24 by 12s. It's gonna be a lot of work. All right, guys, there it is. Control arms worked out good. If you didn't watch the first episode on the Tahoe, we built the control arms and everything. We narrowed the track width in 1 inch. We moved the wheel forward 7/8 of an inch to center the wheel in the wheel well. If you ever look at photos of these, it's just bagged on like stock arms and stuff. The wheel pulls back real hard toward the firewall, and I always thought it looked kind of funny. It looked like it was doing like this. I didn't like it. So we centered the wheels up some, and it looks great. It looks great. And we still have to do the sheet metal and all that stuff under the hood, but for now, all the fab work's done, shock pockets, control arms. We boxed in the whole frame area where you cut around the spring pocket. We Frenched in the cups on top of the frame rail so you can get to everything instead of using a bolt-in cup. It took forever. I'm not gonna lie about it, because you can't just get in here getting cut crazy or welding everything real crazy and throw a bunch of heat in that frame where all that stuff's cut out. You don't wanna warp anything. So you gotta take your time with it, weld, cool, jump side to side or whatever, you know. But turned out great in the end. I put some photos in the video so you can see how everything turned out finish wise. There'll be a whole video on sheet metal and all that stuff. But for now, we're gonna get it on shop air, get it moved up here so we can start on the rear of this. We're currently cutting the roof off the GMC right now to install a 2010 Cadillac SRX panoramic sunroof. We've got our, well, it'll be on the video. We've got a template. We've been working on it, fixing the skin that was on the panoramic sunroof. It had a big dent in it, so we had to repair that first and then get the glass out and all that. It's turned out to be a job so far, but it's going to turn out slick. But that'll be the next video I put out. Will be the installation of that panoramic sunroof and the roof of the GMC. We'll have more videos on this coming. We have a OBS dually waiting outside for us that will take this spot. We're doing a Fat Fabs front kit and a Infamous rear kit. Truck has no bed, none of that stuff. It's just going to be basically welding the kits on, locating everything, making some compressor brackets and all that stuff. He ordered his air ride stuff through me. So did Keith. If you're needing pricing on bags, compressors, any of that stuff, I've partnered with Lowrider Depot. So if you need something, let me know. I can get you some pricing on things. Yeah, super happy with everything, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was just a lot of me working really fast in music, but that's all I can really get to right now. Shop is super slammed. I fell off sick for a few days, so it kind of put me behind. But we're back at it now. I'm going to try to get ready for this weekend to watch the fights. And then in a little over a week, we've got Camp and Drag. We will be at Camp and Drag this year. We missed last year because we were so busy and we couldn't get away. But we're back this year. That's one of my favorite shows. I cannot wait to be up there and hanging out with everybody and cruising a little Nissan around. But yeah, if you need something, get a hold of me. If you got any questions, get a hold of me. If I don't reply back in a day or two, don't freak out. I'm a one-man band most of the time here, and I'm blessed right now to be as busy as I am. So just patience. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you need a t-shirt, I got cool shirts. We're designing more. We'll have Ramsey's dually we built on the next shirt design. We're in the works of right now designing that stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what else to say. I think that wraps it up pretty good. But yeah, hope everybody has a great weekend. Hope to see you guys, whoever's coming, see you guys at Camp and Drag. And yeah, God bless.
Hey guys, it's Michael with Bluegrass. You see I've gained a few pounds over the last few weeks. Working on this Tahoe this week. Got the front end done. We're going to do the back end. We'll narrow the rear end. Big 24 by 10s. It's going to look good when it's finished.